We've been together for 52 years. He was a very good doctor, very conscientious, very modest, and very generous of his time and money, because he almost never charged patients who couldn't pay. Even operations were either free or with very little money. And he was a very considerate man, very considerate of others, without anybody feeling it, or it was something innate in him. For instance, one of the things I remember when we were in London and I had my first child in London, the doctor who delivered my child came to see us at home, and she said the nurses up in that stage, where it was the last stage before the delivery, they said, "Who's this young man who came to us? We have been for years working in that Queen Charlotte Hospital. Never ever has anyone remembered us before and brought us something. He brought us a big box of chocolate for the nurses. He was so considerate to do that. Nobody has ever done it." She said, we were the forgotten people. People would take, for instance, give presents to the doctor or to the nurses who were directly in charge, but never those nurses up there who prepared the patients. Anyway, that was how he was. Then after that, when we came back, he was given another scholarship, also by the British Council, to go to England and specialize in urology. And then after that, the doctor who was in charge of the urology section, he wrote a letter to the British Council recommending that this doctor was a very brilliant doctor and we would like to have him again. So they gave him another scholarship on the recommendation of this doctor. And he went back again and came back only 1 month before the 67 war.
أنا اسمي سير جيلبرت، رئيسة مستشفى مار يوسف من عدة سنوات. عاشرت الدكتور عبد الله خوري سنوات عديدة، على القليلة 20 سنة إن ما كان أكثر. دكتور خوري كإنسان، كطبيب ماهر، اجتماعي، عنده إنسانيته نحو الفقراء. فلذلك دكتور خوري مهما حكينا عنه، مهما قلنا عنه، منضل مقصرين أن نحكي مين هو دكتور خوري. لهلأ منضل نتذكره في المستشفى في شغلات بغض النظر عن الماكينات أو ماكينات، بس معاملته مع الناس. حتى مش بس أنا، في كتير من الناس بيجوا يسألوا عنه، بنقول لهم يعني توفى وهذا، بقولوا خسارته كان هيك وكان يعالجنا وكان يعطينا وكان بعدين شغله كطبيب، je veux dire en français, à la perfection. Quand il opérait les malades, il les opérait à la perfection. Et j'ai un cas. Il y a quelqu'un qui est venu le voir, une femme qui est venue le voir. Vous savez, le moment de 50 ans un peu difficile. Il l'a examiné, il lui a dit « Maintenant, vous devez rentrer à l'hôpital ». Et elle était étonnée. Le lendemain, elle est rentrée, il l'a opérée et il a découvert qu'elle avait le cancer. Il a fait l'opération à la perfection, très très bien, il a bien nettoyé. Quand cette femme a été pour prendre, vous savez, les rayons, les docteurs à Hadassah ont demandé qui a fait cette opération. Elle a dit Dr. Khouri. Ils ont dit chapeau, parce que l'opération très 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 bien, mais ce sont des choses qu'il faut faire, n'est-ce pas, prendre les rayons, il faut les faire, il les a fait tout de suite. Et cette femme vit maintenant sans cancer. Elle a été guérie de cancer. Donc, Dr. Khouri, tant que nous parlons, tant que nous disons, c'est trop peu. Ici, à l'hôpital, il n'y avait pas de différence entre le petit personnel qui nettoie et le docteur avec qui il travaille. Il travaillait, ou bien il parlait avec tout le monde, s'intéressait à chacun. Et si c'est petit personnel, si c'est docteur, si c'est femme, il était très, très droit et très humain. C'est ça que je peux dire de Dr. Khouri. Autant que je dis, c'est trop peu.
As a husband, he was a very good husband, but he was a perfectionist in everything. And that's why maybe he was such a good doctor and a surgeon, because he was a perfectionist. Everything had to be just so, you know. It was in his professional life and in his private life.
I'm Jana Safi, a friend of the late Dr. Abdallah Khouri. Dr. Abdallah Khouri was not only a doctor, he was given the charisma to treat people. He was treating their physical, their moral and spiritual whole person. He was dedicated for the poor. He would help us a lot with all our social cases. He wouldn't take any money from them. And he will follow them, not only operate on them and leave them, but he will follow up to see if they are still well and recuperating.
After he died, they had a whole section, one section of the hospital was dedicated to his name.
Mm-hmm.
But wherever you go, people still miss him. They still talk if he were still alive, he would have done that. Because they were used to his humility and his kindness and his interest in his patients, his interest.
Mm-hmm.
And all he talked to the janitor, he talked to the nurses, he talked to the drivers, all of them. They were all the same to him. He was joking with all of them, and that's why they all loved him. He had all the priests and all the convents were his patients, free of charge, all of them, of course, French and Arabs, Palestinians. So one priest told me, I would like to know if only one person can say something not complimentary about your husband. I said, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He was that sort of person. But, yeah, of course, I helped in not complaining about his work, about his absence, for instance, when the children were young. But sometimes I thought it was too much when we had to travel and he had to go to the hospital before going to the airport. It was a must. Visit the hospital, visit his patients, and then go. And of course, with his telephone, calling from wherever we were, the hospital
Mhm.